Hey guys, let's get more news about Steelers, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Steelers trade proposal reveals potential cost of 49ers Wr Deebo Samuel. The Pittsburgh Steelers have been connected to San Francisco 49ers wide receiver Deebo Samuel via trade, ever since a report from Samuel's camp surfaced on February 10. The questions are, how much would it cost to trade for Samuel, and could the Steelers just wait out his eventual release instead? On February 18, CBS Sports analyst Tyler Sullivan shed some light on what a Samuel trade return might look like, proposing 3 hypothetical Niners deals with 3 potential suitors. First on Sullivan's list was Pittsburgh, and below was his projected offer. Steelers get Wr Deebo Samuel. 49ers get Pittsburgh's 2025 fourth-round pick, number 122 overall. It's no secret the Steelers are in the market for a wide receiver, Sullivan wrote, explaining his trade proposal. In fact, these two teams nearly executed a deal for Brandon Ayuk last season, reportedly agreeing to the parameters of the trade before the receiver decided to stay with San Francisco. While that deal didn't work out, it showed that the two sides are quite comfortable negotiating, so why not pick the phone back up? He asked, continuing, as for the fourth-round pick compensation, ESPN surmised that a day 3 pick may be what Samuel ultimately fetches on the trade market. Getting a selection just outside the top 100 would be a solid return for San Francisco. Sullivan did note that the elephant in the room could be Samuel's desire to ultimately go to Pittsburgh given the franchise's current uncertainty at quarterback with Russell Wilson and Justin Fields set to hit free agency. But that would contradict the SI on Steelers report that Samuel would absolutely engage in trade talks with the Steelers. ESPN's Bill Barnwell details Deebo Samuel's strengths and weaknesses amid Steelers trade rumors. ESPN staff writer Bill Barnwell discussed all potentially available wide receivers on February 17, and he listed Samuel as a trade candidate rather than a cut candidate for now. Samuel, who has requested that the 49ers trade him, is the best yards after catch generator of his generation, Barnwell noted. From 2021 to 2024, he generated 903 yards after catch over expectation, YACOE. The only other player with more is Ja'Marr Chase, who generated 11 more YACOE but needed 151 more catches to do so. The number 3 player on that list, George Kittle, has 585 YACOE. If you've watched any 49ers games over the past few years, you've seen Samuel bursting through tackles or running away from defenders in the open field, the longtime NFL writer went on. He's one of the league's most difficult players to bring down. The problem is most everything else. Samuel ranked 137th in catch score while dropping 4 of his 80 targets on the season, Barnwell continued, detailing his 2024 campaign. After a hot start, he seemed to fade as the year went along. He failed to top 25 receiving yards in 6 of his final 7 games. And while Samuel generated extra value in the past as a wildly efficient running back, he averaged only 3.1 yards per carry across his 42 rush attempts in 2024, less than half of his prior career mark of 6.3. Broncos and Patriots could represent Steelers' top competition for 49ers Wr Deebo Samuel. Although the entire list of potential suitors is unclear, as is whether or not anyone is willing to trade for Samuel when he could be released, Sullivan included the Denver Broncos and New England Patriots as the Steelers' top competition for the San Francisco playmaker. His projected offer for the Broncos was extremely similar to Pittsburgh's, at pick number 120, while his Patriots trade pitch was the best of all. Sullivan proposed New England's 2025 fourth, or pick number 107, for Samuel. That's exactly 15 picks higher than the Steelers' hypothetical offer and 13 picks ahead of Denver. Trevor Lawrence's hard rejection of Steelers doesn't alter Pittsburgh's QB search. Rumors swirled throughout the beginning of the 2025 offseason about Jacksonville Jaguars quarterback Trevor Lawrence potentially being traded to the Pittsburgh Steelers. As a former first-round pick, Lawrence is a young talent with plenty to prove, and the speculation surrounding his future intensified after a less-than-stellar 2024 season. Despite flashes of brilliance, Lawrence's performance left more to be desired, making him an easy target for trade rumors. In 2024, Lawrence threw 11 touchdowns and 7 interceptions in just 10 games, leaving some questioning his ability to take the next step in his development. While his numbers were respectable, they didn't compare to Russell Wilson, who helped lead the Steelers to a 10-7 record. Despite this, Lawrence's potential remains undeniable. He possesses the skills that could make him an ideal fit for a team like the Steelers, who find themselves in quarterback limbo as they search for a long-term solution under center. With the 2025 season on the horizon, the Steelers are under pressure to find a starting quarterback. The team has struggled to solidify that position, and with the regular season approaching, time is running out. Trevor Lawrence to the Steelers was never happening. Rumors continue to swirl. It seems every quarterback in the league is under evaluation. In turn, quarterbacks are taking stock of the situation, and Trevor Lawrence is no exception. However, despite the rumors, Lawrence clarified that he has no interest in joining the Steelers. Appearing on the Up and Adams show, the 24-year-old quarterback responded directly to the trade speculation. "I am happy here in Jacksonville," Lawrence stated firmly. "We want to win a Super Bowl, and I think we can do that. I am not going to Pittsburgh." A hard decline may have disappointed some Steelers fans, but it will not stop the franchise from searching for a solution at quarterback. The Steelers need a gunslinger and are determined to find one immediately to secure long-term success. With Lawrence officially off the table, the Steelers front office will now focus on other options, knowing they cannot afford to waste more time pursuing a reliable starting quarterback. The search for the next face of the franchise continues, and the Steelers must move quickly to find their man before the regular season begins. While Lawrence may have rejected the possibility of joining Pittsburgh, there are plenty of quarterbacks to fill the void and help the Steelers return to contention. The offseason is far from over, and the Steelers are still actively searching for the right fit. George Pickens' dream teammate is this potential Pittsburgh Steelers QB option. George Pickens has a dream teammate, and he might be one of the candidates for the Pittsburgh Steelers to land in free agency. In an interview last offseason, Pickens was asked who his dream teammate would end up being, and he said it would be former New York Jets quarterback Aaron Rodgers. "My dream teammate would probably be Aaron Rodgers," Pickens said. "Aaron Rodgers or Ed Reed. Something like that." Rodgers will be released by the Jets after they released a statement saying they would be moving in a different direction. Rodgers, who the previous Jets regime traded for from the Green Bay Packers, tore his Achilles in his first game with the team. This year, with a full season, he threw for 3,897 yards, 28 touchdowns, and 11 interceptions. However, the Jets finished 5-12 even after acquiring Davante Adams. Pickens' talent is immense, and the Steelers still lack any answers at the wide receiver besides him. So, they either have to move him if they do not want to pay him, or pay him this offseason as he heads into the last year of his contract. However, if he does stay with the Steelers, getting the right quarterback to maximize his potential will be huge for the team. And are you a fan? What do you think of the Aaron Rodgers situation? Leave your opinion in the comments.